From News 8, your local news source, this is breaking news.
That breaking news is shooting happened on I-65 just outside downtown Indianapolis this afternoon. It left one man in critical condition at Eskenazi Hospital. Now, Indiana State Police have detained several people involved in this investigation. News 8's Eric Feldman joins us now to explain what else we know about this story. Eric, good evening.
Good evening, David. Minutes ago, we learned that this person who was shot is now in stable condition. At first, he was listed in critical. And to tell you just about how crazy of a scene this was, as you know, David, this is a busy day for travel. If you're doing some last-minute shopping, if you're heading to family for a Christmas Eve feast, or heading to services tonight, a lot of people are on the road, and that is when a shooting happened around 4:30 today on I-65 North. Police say that it happened in a single car. Some sort of argument broke out, and that's when shots were fired. A man at first was hit and listed in critical condition at Eskenazi Hospital, but as I just mentioned, he is now in stable condition. So what we know right now also about this scene is that there were several people who were taken into, they were detained by state police in connection to this investigation. We don't know if they are suspects. We don't know if they're people of interest. We don't know if they're witnesses, but all we know is that they're talking with state police. And we just sort of happened upon that scene at 38th and Guyan. That's where we saw a huge police presence and state police taking several people into their custody to speak with them about this investigation. So this was at the Abney Lake apartment homes, and that's where we saw police taking two cars into their possession. State police believe that the shooting happened inside one of them. Another, a car that they believe some of the people responsible used after the shooting. So how did police know that the people that they were interested in speaking to were at these apartments? Well, one of the people that police ended up detaining actually called state police. So we first reported this story and these developments on Facebook Live earlier tonight. If you watched, many of you told me how upsetting it was to have something like this happen on Christmas Eve. So we asked that to state police.
Too many people right now, it seems, that are just looking for that the quick fix to end an argument and going right to a deadly encounter, when a peaceful resolution could have easily probably been occurred if the two people just would have talked it out.
So to be clear, no one is under arrest at this time, and the man shot is in stable condition now at Eskenazi Hospital. That is the latest information that we learned in the last couple minutes. I'm live downtown. Eric Feldman, Wish TV News 8.
Eric, thank you. And Crime Watch 8, Indianapolis police say a body found in a dumpster over the weekend is now being investigated as a criminal homicide. The body was found on the city's south side yesterday morning near Troy and Madison. The dumpster was located on the grounds of the Country Club Apartments. Police have not yet identified the body. They also have not revealed how the person died. Investigators are expecting the autopsy back sometime after Christmas Day. An 18-year-old is in the hospital after police say he was hurt in a drive-by shooting. It happened around 2 this morning on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Police at the scene said the victim told them he was walking along 34th Street near Keystone Avenue when a car drove by and fired shots. Police say the victim went to a gas station for help. Police say he's being treated at the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. A vehicle description or the name of the suspect, or victim, I should say, have not been released. In Traffic Watch tonight, Avon police asking drivers to avoid Dan Jones Road between County Road 200 North, South, and Township Line Road. Police say they have responded there to a serious crash. Police say 3 people were taken to the hospital. According to Avon police, state police are handling the investigation. No word yet from them on what may have caused the wreck. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates on wishtv.com. It won't be much of a white Christmas, but you could see a snowflake here or there. Wish TV Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown is here now. Ashley, those snowflakes won't be around too long.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, any snow that moves in, mainly the early morning hours, is going to be very light precipitation. It's going to move out rather quickly, and by afternoon we dry out. Here's the cloud cover increasing ahead of that system that will bring that chance of snow. We're mostly cloudy tonight. Because of that, temperatures holding fairly steady. Not much of a wind chill at all out there. 34 feels like 34 in Indy, but there are some locations as you look to the north, like Kokomo. 28 feels like 23. Lafayette, good evening to you. 29 feels feels like 23, so colder in spots, we'll say. Overnight tonight, temperatures fall to the low 30s and upper 20s throughout the area. You'll notice the rain icon starting at around 5 a.m. The chance of a rain-snow mix. So some of us will just see a little drizzle. Some of us will see some flurries fly. The further north you are, the better chance you have of seeing some light snow. All precipitation forms will remain light. Your Christmas Day forecast. That chance of light rain, light snow in the early morning hours. By 10, 11 o'clock, that transitions to rain, anything that's out there. And by noon, 1 o'clock, we're done. As clouds increase, temperatures remain above normal tomorrow. We're expecting afternoon temperatures in the mid-40s and a few peaks of sunshine before sunset, which happens at around 5:24. We'll talk more about your Christmas Day forecast and the warming trend in the extended forecast that's coming up.
All right, Ashley, thank you. A near Northwest Side convenience store held up at gunpoint this morning. It happened near 38th and Eagle Creek Parkway. WISH TV's Tim Nicholas spoke with employees there today who say it's not the first time this has happened. It's not even the first time this month.
Video from this morning shows two people rush in through the front door. One is holding what looks like a gun. They scurry behind the counter and raid the cash register. One is wearing a red mask with red gloves. The other is wearing a white mask. A robber grabs a fistful of lottery tickets before taking off.
Yeah, that's really upset.
Pardeep Singh was not working during the robbery, but he is an employee at the Easy Market.
We want to ask, just catch those guys.
The cashier who was working said he did not want to be interviewed. Singh says robbers held up the same cashier on Friday the 21st. Video from Friday shows a robber stumble into the counter with two others behind him. One hops behind the counter and hits the register, while this robber in red gloves steals off the shelf. That shouting voice is one of the suspects. Singh says the employee was not hurt in either robbery.
It's a good thing the guy is safe.
Singh says the Easy Market is considering some security upgrades.
So the guys have a mask on his face, so it's hard to find them.
That was Tim McNicholas reporting. A police report says the robbers this morning also stole cigars. If you know anything about what happened or who did this, you can phone in an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers. The number is 317-262-TIPS. Time now for Monday's Most Wanted. Each week, WISH TV teams up with Crime Stoppers to help police find wanted criminals across central Indiana. This week, investigators are looking for your help finding this woman, Laura Cessna. She is wanted on a charge of battery against a public safety official. To submit a tip, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. You can also download the free P3 Tips app or visit crimetips.org. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn a cash reward.
And we're tracking the chance of a little rain, a little snow, but tonight we're cloudy, cold, and pretty calm out there. We're going to talk about the temperature trend and when we'll see the 50s back in this extended forecast that's coming up.